Hello guys and welcome to Riyadh Airport, where we are in Terminal 5 because we are getting a domestic flight from here in Riyadh all the way over to the other side of Saudi Arabia to Jeddah, and we are going to be checking out something very exciting this weekend, the Formula 1. So let's jump on the flight and get over to Jeddah. We've got 2 hours. We have made it to the Formula 1. I've had a couple of really busy days as I'm actually working here on the event. But this is actually the Paddock Club entrance, which is like the best place you can be in Formula 1. And I've been so busy I've not managed to film much, but my friend is actually here who has sent me a load of clips to actually help me make this video. So I'm going to walk you through it and my experience here, because we've still seen some cool stuff even though I've been really busy. Let me explain. As you guys might know, I am living in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and I jumped on that quick 1.5 hour flight to Jeddah, which is right next to the Red Sea that you can see behind me. You're hearing the F2 cars right now, and you might even see some over the fence. We got some incredible views. First practice that happened from the top of the paddock, which is actually this pit here. And look at the F2 cars coming in now. And we are heading to the main grandstand to grab some dinner, and which you cross this massive bridge and the cars are literally below me. You might notice there's a lot of buildings around us. Now this is quite unique that this is a street circuit. Now I've done Qatar, Abu Dhabi and Miami last year, but I've not been to a street circuit before. So this is very cool. They literally take over where people are living, like these massive apartment blocks behind me. Like imagine you bought this apartment or live here, you probably get the best view out of anyone. Okay, a little bit quieter now that we've had a break in between the races. We're heading over to the main fan zone where there's going to be loads of activations, and there's also a cool concert from an artist I've shot before called Too Late. Really cool Egyptian band. So we're going to quickly check them out, grab some food, have a look around, and then back to work. That's a funny looking race car. Really cool, as per usual at the moment with the F1 Academy, which is all the women racing. They literally have open garages here that everyone can see. It's really drumming up a lot of attention, a lot of excitement for women in motorsport. And it's really cool. Look, they've even just got one of the cars just chilling here and you can see all inside. They move these cars out onto the track just before the girls race. Yeah, really cool. And there's a lot of excitement, a lot more people every time watching these races. Okay, so you remember earlier when I said I was going to go and see Too Late? Well, it turns out I was too late. They had already finished. I thought it was 6:30, it was 5:30. But we headed into the main fan zone, which was amazing. So there was a lot of local brands here, like Al Baik, the Saudi chicken shop, 500,000, the Saudi coffee shop, as well as a really cool stage. They're showing obviously the race alongside driver interviews throughout the day and concerts as well. There's also a load of branded activations. Aramco have this really cool one here where you can actually race on the big screen up the top. There's also like a simulator inside, some really cool things in there. And this whole area is available even with a general entry ticket, which is only like, I think it's 250 Riyal for the weekend, which is really cheap. Now with that, you don't actually get a seat on one of the grandstands, but you get to experience these fan zones, walk around, and you still get a glimpse through the fence. So it's still worth it if you want to be part of the event, but you don't get designated seating. For the seating, the prices really vary. I saw the main grandstand, I think was like 2,500 SAR for the weekend, and there's some cheaper ones all the way around. I didn't realize how massive this circuit is, and it really comes alive at night. It looks incredible. There's lots and lots of different areas that we've tried to explore, especially the way it goes out into the Red Sea, and they've got it all lit up. It looks really, really impressive. Included in that general entry ticket is also the concert. So there's a massive stage I'll show you over there, run by Middle Beast, and they're doing some crazy concerts like Jennifer Lopez and other ones that I've forgotten, but very cool. So if you didn't know, there's also a load of races that go on alongside this. So you have the F1 Academy, which is all of the girls. You have F2, which is the slower version of F1. A lot of those drivers go on to become F1 drivers, as well as things like the Carrera, I think that's how you say it, championship, with all the Porsche cars that are about to head off now. This is better. As we come back in for day 3, I think it is now, I've just seen one of the cars here has a resident sticker to allow them to get access. Obviously, being a street circuit with all these buildings around, people live here and still need to get in. So they've got special access. And speaking of special access, I'm actually in the paddock for this one, which I don't think I've explained yet, which is the best area to view the F1 from. Now, tickets here are normally about 30,000 SAR. I'm working, so I've got access. Obviously, I don't get to enjoy it or any of the food or anything because I'm working, but I still get to sneak a little peek at some of the action, and I'll show you some of those views now. As you can see here, you can look straight down into the pits, especially here when it was very quiet yesterday. You see all of them doing their tyre change practices, as well as coming in and out of their pit lane boxes. And on the other side of things, you can actually see into the backside of the paddock where the teams actually are based. All of them have their own little space where they can chill and eat food, and all the team gather there. And this is also where all the VIP and celebrities go during all of the races. So we were lucky enough to have a VIP pass for the F1 in Abu Dhabi in December, which you can check out the video up here. But that was a crazy experience. Now that I'm working, it's not so glamorous. I'm doing about a 45-minute walk each way into site, because getting a taxi around this street circuit, you can't get access. It's pretty challenging. The mornings are not too bad, but when you go to leave in the evening, there are thousands and thousands of people all trying to do the same. 50% Saudi being so busy and 50% being a street circuit, and the challenges that brings, bringing a whole racetrack and thousands of people to one small area. You might have also realized how very hot it is towards the end of April here in Saudi, when summer starts to really pick up. It's 36 degrees at the moment at 10 a.m. and I'm struggling a little bit with these walks. It's very hot. Luckily there's loads of shaded areas inside, but yeah, be prepared. This vlog is a total mess, so I don't know what's going on. I'm sending this to my editor now and realise I didn't finish it, but I wanted to quickly speak about two things. One, that Saudi's really embracing their Saudi Arabian culture, and actually there's loads of little activations and things all around, as well as like coffee and dates when you enter, and they also had this really cool little traditional Saudi band that were all singing traditional music. It's really cool to see that side of the culture being brought into the event. But this race is also going to be moving to Riyadh at some point, in Qadiyah, which is like south of Riyadh, with this incredible track that's like Mario Kart, but that's coming in a few years, so we'll check that out when that happens. Sorry for the chaotic vlog, I've been extremely busy with work. Hope that gave you a little bit of an insight of what it is like at the Jeddah F1 here in Saudi. Thank you guys for watching. Check out all the other F1 videos. I made a really cool one the other day summarising my sort of F1 experience, where I've been a photographer, we've gone to Miami and some other exciting bits, so you can check that out up here. But apart from that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you somewhere in the world next time. Boom.